Hey ladies and gents, today we're going to go over some of the key comics I picked up at the Baltimore Comic Con. Let's start.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging.
Ladies and gents, Rob here. Okay, so I went to the Baltimore Comic Con, had a great time, met a lot of great people. I also got a lot of great comics. Let me show you what I got and why I got it. Let's start with the comics. Okay, I picked up this really cool book here. Got some fun books here. Another copy of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 34. And this is the first appearance of Marvin the Dinosaur, who I have to assume is maybe Devil Dinosaur or maybe his kid. I haven't read the comic yet. Anyway, this book's kind of popular right now because there will be a Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur show coming out in the near future, an animated series, and any character, whether it be Marvin the Dinosaur or Princess Fisk, Kingpin's daughter, you never know who's going to be there. Anyway, this book right now you can get for about 20 bucks, even though I think it says in the key collector wrap, this book's going, it says it's $30 going up, but you can still find it for 20 bucks. And if you can find it for, under that, it might be worth picking up. Then there's this book right here. This is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 38. The first appearance of Bad Dream, and his pet, the Cloud Chimera. So this might be a book worth getting too. It's another first appearance, and another character who we may see in her TV series. So this book could be had for a couple of bucks right now, and sure, why not? It's a spec book, and I think it's kind of popular right now, so if you see it for a couple of bucks, I think it's worth picking up. Another book that I like a lot, I've bought a lot in the past, this book right here. Micronauts number 8, the first series. Anyway, this is the first appearance of Captain Universe. It's also a newsstand, which is popular nowadays. Anyway, this book could have been had for 50 cents for a long time. But now, because of all the rumors of maybe the Micronauts, I think are owned by Hasbro, may have their own movie company or something. I think that's what I heard. If you know, let me know in the comments about that. Anyway, this book runs you, this one's in very fine plus condition. This will run you $15, $20 now. This book really popped, I think, last year, and this book was going for a lot more than that. So now they're a lot harder for me to buy because I used to pay 50 cents a piece for them. Now they're going for 15, 20 bucks, and probably a lot more 9/8. So if you see this issue right here, or issue number 1, which is the first appearance and first comic series of Micronauts, if you can get them kind of low, I say go for it. I think it's a great spec book right now. And here's a book I picked up from Mike Carbonero. For those who know Mike Carbonero from New York Comic Con, or the Big Apple Con.
Got so distracted by the smell of these beautiful comic books that we turned off. Look at that. Nice 10-cent and 12-cent stuff. Stuff dreams are made of. DC Marvel, 12-cent comics, 10-cent comics. Wonderful stuff. That's what I like. And my hobby is producing a comic book convention. Conventions, over 100 of them in New York City, Big Apple conventions in New York. The next one is March 2022. Yes, I did 3 shows during the pandemic. Proud of it. We survived, and it's gonna rock.
He sold me this book for $2. It's a coverless appearance, or a coverless copy of Brave and Bold issue number 30. Brave and Bold 30 is the first appearance of, you can see here, Amazo. Big time DC villain. He can absorb anybody's powers and use them against them. Anyway, this book I got for $2, thanks to Mike, who kept pushing me to buy it, so I broke down and paid him $2 for this comic right here. Thanks, Mike. He has some other cool books here too, but this is the only one I bought from him. And this book goes for a lot, obviously, if it's complete, has a front and rear cover attached. So for $2, I thought it was a good buy. Now I have a couple of books that were at one time popular, then not popular for a long time. For example, The Punisher War Journal issue number 6, And this is a Wolverine cover that everybody, I'm sure a lot of people who are collecting or Wolverine and Punisher collectors know about this book right here. This was a popular when it came out. You know, it went for like I think $5, $10 or whatever at one time. Then it for a long time was in dollar bin or 50-cent bin status. Well, now it's back and it goes for about $20 plus now. This one, I think the 7 goes for a little bit less, but this is the popular cover. I guess you kind of call it maybe like a, I don't know if I can call it classic cover, but it's a cool cover. Let's call it cool cover. And now it's reached now where it's actually kind of expensive again. So if you see this one cheap, it's probably worth picking up. I'm not sure if this is the first Wolverine Punisher mashup, but let me know in the comments if you do know. I think it might be, but I could be wrong. Okay, here's one I didn't know about. I found this one, Coyote number 13. And apparently this is the first cover art from Todd McFarlane. I thought that was pretty interesting. Anyway, this book goes for a little bit of money now. I think this was really cheap, I guess up until recently. I think this book goes for about $15 or so, or up, I think, in high grade. I was happy to find it. Find the first official cover art from Todd McFarlane. So, you see this one? I believe this is Scorpio Rose. And the comic is called Coyote 13. It's probably worth getting because if you're looking to get stuff, you know, signed or autographed by Todd McFarlane, his first cover art might be worth it. Okay, I found this one too. Wolverine issue number 88. This is the first battle between Wolverine and Deadpool. This book got popular recently. This book went from dollar status to, you know, this one goes for a lot in 98. I think it goes for over $200 in 9.8. And this book here is, this is like VG condition, probably goes for about, you know, $15, $20, which is pretty amazing for a book that no one cared about for a long time. If you see this book right here, because this can still be found in bargain bins. It's a kind of a cool cover too. Wait, this is the first battle between Wolverine and Deadpool. Now I really got lucky and I was going through some of the bins. And I came across Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 5. Now everybody should know that this is the first full appearance of Angela in the Marvel Universe. I picked up 5 copies. And I really think this is a really good spec book. Angela is Thor's half-sister, and from what I've read, I'm sure maybe you've read it too or heard about it, we will be seeing her in the MCU sometime soon. I'm gonna assume Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you see this book will run you about $10 or $15, somewhere in that range. If you see this book for a couple of bucks, I suggest you consider picking it up because this book is going to be a hot one. Along with Age of Ultron 10, that's Angela's first appearance and cameo in the MCU. That's an excellent book too. And there's also a couple of different variants of this book too that are worth picking up that I like also. So, kind of one of my bigger finds of the day. Hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed the comics. I'll be seeing you soon.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma.